As our group's getting bigger and bigger, I just thought I'd put a little video together regarding fraud. It's one of those subjects that we always think it'll happen to somebody else and won't happen to me. But my wife and I just sat down, and actually within our friend group, which isn't that massive, there's still 4 or 5 people over the past 3 or 4 years that have suffered from fraud, by a few £1,000s, a few $1,000s, up to maybe 10 or 15,000, which is a significant sum. And of course, fraud is much bigger than that too. But either way, having fraud in your household is something that you want to discourage. So I just wanted to put, say, a little piece to camera together. I know we're all of an age where we think it won't happen to us, but it does. It's happened, say, to a lot of people that we know. Did some research before, putting this little piece together, and according to the data that I've picked up, about 10% of the adult British population will suffer from fraud within the next 12 months, which is incredible. 1 out of 10. But I know that'll possibly include some of the credit card fraud that we all sort of pick up every 2 or 3 years. And I know the credit card companies are fabulous about reimbursing that. But we have members within our friend group who've suffered financial fraud, and it's actually come out of their pocket. Again, with that little bit of research, I've picked up that the fraud market, if that's the right term, in England is about £100 billion per year, which is a huge amount. So I just wanted to put out a word of caution to everybody out in the group, and actually beyond if it goes, if anybody picks it up outside of our Facebook group. We all need to be careful of fraud. Be very, very vigilant, very, very careful before we press the send button, before we put something in the mail, or when somebody calls and says they're trying to help, or they're asking for your help. And there's all sorts of different frauds out there. There's investment frauds or investment scams. There's impersonation scams and fraud. There's unauthorized payments. And we get that kind of thing through the mail regularly. And I'm sure that you people do as well. There's job scams. There's even romance scams out there. I don't know, romance and pensions don't go together. But this is an overall video just trying to warn everybody that fraud can happen to you, can happen to me. And there's also, say, the invoicing scam as well, where somebody just sends you a bill and hope that you pay it. And we all think we're all too sharp, we're all too, we're all as sharp as we were 15, 20 years ago. And I'll confess, I'm not. I try and keep myself vigilant, and I also kid myself and my friends that I'm only 35 and 40. Well, actually, I'm getting close to, 64, as I mentioned before. So I'm susceptible to fraud like everybody else. But the big thing here is just be careful, just be cautious. There's a lot of fraudsters out there, and it's something that we should be aware of within our group, because I see fraudsters trying to encroach on our group. You see posts and I delete them as soon as I see them, but of course I don't see them as soon as they're put out there, but I try and delete them. And there's a lot of people that actually warn me when they see something suspicious. So thanks to those people, and overall thanks, as I do all the time, thanks everybody for their interest and ongoing support. I've absolutely no doubt whatsoever that Scottish Widows pick up on what we do and what we say, and they aren't introducing improvements to ensure that the ongoing complaints problem is resolved. But of course, going future is one thing, looking to the future is one thing, but what also interests me is the mistakes, performances, the fees that might have been passed inaccurately or calculated wrongly in the past. So I'm looking for the future and also in the past. Again, thanks for all your support, and take care. Thanks. Bye.